Hello guys, welcome back to our FIFA World Cup daily show, and this will be the final show on of the FIFA World Cup. Obviously, after this, we'll continue our football coverage, but it will be mostly centered around European football and Indian football. But FIFA World Cup finally comes to an end, and it's Spain actually who lifted the FIFA World Cup trophy for the second time. And what a dominating performance from Spain throughout the whole 120 minutes. It was Spain who were dictating the tempo throughout the game. And Argentina, they never played like to becoming the champions of this FIFA World Cup final. A lot to talk about the final. Also, we'll do a kind of a look back at this World Cup as well. Joining me, Sneha is the first thoughts. Oh, by the way, Rohanda is also joining us. We thought Rohanda, being an Argentine fan, will be a bit heartbroken, but still. Then we can start with Rohanda first. Rohanda, do you think the approach of the Argentina team will be under scrutiny because the way they approach this final, Lionel Scaloni's play style, formation, or philosophy will be under scrutiny because throughout the 120 minutes, it was Spain who were dictating the tempo of the game.
Well, Rahul, to be very honest, I only saw first half of the game because
Okay.
while I was traveling in the flight, the in-flight telecast system was brilliant, and
Okay.
no, I did not expect any time that I'll be watching live football match 30,000 feet above the sky. So great stuff by MS. But yes, I was watching the highlights and all, and was speaking to friends as well, and Spain were the deserving champions. Argentina were pushed through every match. They did not multiple games.
True.
They did not win convincingly. Starting from that Cabo Verde game, right? So every time they were pushing, 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 and last moment they were making a comeback, and we were celebrating it. Yes, but it's not that they were convincing victories throughout. Yes, the England game they played well, but before that, the Egypt game, Cape Verde game. So these were signs that perhaps this is not the Argentina side of 2022, but they had that mentality to go through. They know how to win matches from adverse situations, but you have to think of the opponent as well. What you can do against Egypt, Spain, maybe sorry, Egypt or Cabo Verde, maybe Spain is not that side. They will
Yeah.
uh, frustrate you to your core. They will keep possession. They will, and one time they get an opportunity, they will score. So yes, but for me, I won't be from a fan's perspective. Yes, I feel bad for Messi, but on the brighter side, the Barcelona future looks superb. With so many talents, Barcelona's future is in great hands. But yes, you have to feel for Messi. He had a great campaign. He every player with such a glorious career would have wanted to end on a high, but it's okay when winning one World Cup, two World Cup silver medals, so these are also great things, and it was a great campaign. But yes, Lionel Scaloni, more than what went wrong yesterday, I think throughout the campaign there were other players, youngsters also, who could have been tried and tested, who were sitting on the Argentina bench. I think that is another angle that we can explore in this Argentina side. Players like uh, I think that there are a lot of players. Simeone and all got some time, but there are other players, Pass and all. They did not get much time, and I think they could have been given more time to actually in the other games to see whether they fit with the system or not.
Absolutely. Spain won the World Cup, and obviously, eyes were on two young players, 19-year-old Pau Kubarsi and Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal walked off the World Cup with most dribbles in the tournament, and on the other hand, Pau Kubarsi got the Best Young Player award of this FIFA World Cup. What a career! I mean, just at 19, they are ruling the
And even
whole
Rodri, it
world.
was a clean sweep from the Spanish side.
We will have to talk about Rodri separately, no doubt about that. Without any goal or assist, he's getting the golden boot. That means a lot. But Snesh is the just imagine telling Barca fans that Ferran Torres would scored the winning goal for Spain in the FIFA World Cup final.
Yes, I think most of the people didn't expect that, right? I think Ferran Torres is a very controversial character, not in the sense I'm not saying in the wrong manners, but if you see the career graph of Ferran Torres so far, especially in club football, has not been that much convincing. Yeah, he started good. By the way, Ferran Torres played in Kolkata for Spain under 17 in that under 17 World Cup. He scored 2 goals and 3 assists. So there's a connection with Kolkata, yes. But yeah, in that final, Spain lost to
We
England.
also
But
had someone. We also had someone from the Argentina side with connections from Kolkata, but that did
oh,
not
yes,
do well.
yes, yes, yes. But yes, for Ferran Torres, see, I think I first saw Ferran Torres. I think in Manchester City jersey. I think he was brought with so much expectation under Pep Guardiola, but somehow he was not that much of consistent. And that is why he got so much criticism. Pep Guardiola also he also started his career as a winger, pure winger, right winger, no doubt, no striker, anything. But as time passed by, Pep Guardiola started to use him as a the makeshift number 9 position, the striker position. But somehow it was not working for him. So then he got that move to Barcelona. I think that was another point that I got shocked that okay, FC Barcelona showing that interest on someone like Ferran Torres. But again, under Flick also we have seen so in last few seasons again the makeshift number 9, the striker position. But somehow he has improved the movement, the involvement, and the intensity. There was the intensity because when I think yesterday Spain coach made the change. We were in the live stream and we were talking about that maybe more than Ozrabil, Ferran Torres can be that player who can get into the game, who can get involved into the game, and we saw that the way he was holding the game, the way he was holding the ball and waiting for the other players to chip in, the way he was trying to go for those shots from half chances also. I think that is what you need in the box, especially in a World Cup final. And eventually he got that reward, right? I think excellent. Again, I will say that was an excellent way that Nico Williams managed to keep the ball via his header, and the angle that he managed to put the ball. I think it was all set for Ferran Torres to hit the ball properly on the up and try to finish with it, and he did that. So excellent for Ferran Torres. I think excellent story. I think as I mentioned, the maximum football fans wouldn't have thought that with a goal from Ferran Torres, Spain will crown be the champions for the second time. So for now, for Barcelona, let's see what will be the final decision now. Because whatever the rumors, whatever the strong, rumors that we have got so far that he is making a change, he is going to sign for PSG. The agreement is in principle. I think it's done. The verbal agreement is already done. But let's see. You never know. I think with this title winning goal for Spain, you never know. Maybe Barcelona might think at last moment, okay, let's see, let's this pair for another year maybe. But let's see where if he ends up at PSG and let's see how he does PSG in the next.
Only message as a Barcelona fan to Ferran Torres is that you have an example of a certain Brazilian superstar who could have been the greatest, one of the greatest players ever, who shifted from Barcelona to PSG, and since then the career went haywire. So you can.
Hmm.
But I think Ferran Torres might excel in PSG setup because now under Luis Enrique, PSG is totally playing with a different mindset, different philosophy. So hopefully, Ferran Torres will
Just like Spain, very very good team, very good unit. They played like a unit.
absolutely great addition for PSG, and also so much of Barcelona influence in this Spain World Cup squad. Actually, to be honest, but coming to Rwanda, do you think that Enzo Fernandez red card totally changed the course of the game for Argentina? You should blame Enzo Fernandez because being one of the experienced player in the squad, the way he was shown the second yellow card because of his, I think that was totally unnecessary. The second foul that he committed. Do you think that would change the course of the game for Argentina?
Players at this stage have to be a bit more responsible, I would say, because throughout the game, Barcelona always we saw that they play physical football, especially even in this World Cup as well. They have been playing physical football. If you already have a yellow card, why go for such reckless things? And in that dying moments, I think it was a 90 plus 3 minutes, right? So why go for that such a thing in that phase of the game? You could have easily uh, played the ball and went into extra time, and perhaps with that extra man advantage, you could have pushed the game till penalties. And if penalties would have happened, Barcelona, Argentina might have So I've already shifted from Argentina to Barcelona, but Argentina could have pushed the game to win the title because when it comes to penalties, someone like a Dibu Martinez, who also had a good game, uh, is someone that who knows how to win such penalty shootouts. Right? We have seen that multiple times in the past. So I think its responsibility falls on the senior players as well. Enzo, with such a great uh, club career, plays. He has been doing well for his club. He did well in the last game, but when it comes to such clutch moments, one small decisions can change the course of the game. So I think Spain were the better side. Yes, it's and they have been able to frustrate Argentina to their core. But I think that's the test of resilience. And when it comes to teams like Argentina and the senior players, you have to be more responsible in these situations because the moment of the matches matter, and such decisions, one man down in a World Cup final is always, and especially against a team like Spain who will dominate the midfield and frustrate you to the core. It will be difficult for you to get the thing done with the man down. But Rahul, I've sent you a visual from London last night when I actually arrived in the city.
Where it is.
The city was celebrating.
Okay.
The
Okay,
city
so
was
they were rooting
celebrating.
for Spain.
Yeah, the city was not celebrating Spain's win, but they were celebrating Argentina's loss. For England, Argentina's loss meant much more to them because as I was
I think
traveling to the tube as
it's more
well,
they are
uh,
celebrating Argentinian loss than Spain's victory.
yeah. So they are not celebrating Spain's victory; they are celebrating Argentina's loss. And when I was traveling through the tube as well, everyone had their eyes stuck into the phone, and every time Spain made a attack, or I think there was a goal which was disallowed, and the whole entire the tube started celebrating, and then when it was ruled offside, and they were oh again an offside. So the whole of England were rooting for Spain, not because of Spain, but because it was anti-Argentina. Funny scenes. Rahul.
Absolutely. Snehash is the, I mean, we have to talk about Rodri, without scoring a goal
Oh
or
yes.
assist, winning the Golden Boot, completing the most number of passes in the World Cup. Rodri, one of the best midfielder of this generation.
No doubt about that. And I was just thinking yesterday that how many machines if Manchester City have. At the top, they have Erling Haaland, another machine. In the middle, they have Rodri, another machine. A wild machine, and continues to do the same thing again and again. I think that is the best thing about Rodri. Keep things simple, but very consistent. Know what to do according to the situation, according to the opposition, and very good as execution. The plans, whatever he says. And as a leader, I think he has been fantastic. See, I think winning a golden
and
ball
he,
in a
and he
World
will
Cup,
go
that
back
too.
and he will go back to his country for a surgery, and he has
Yes,
been delaying
yes.
the surgery
He
for the World Cup.
skipped the surgery. He
Incredible.
skipped the surgery
In-
to play the World Cup,
Incredible.
and he ended up winning the golden ball. And what rightly mentioned by Rahul, that without a goal, without an assist, right? Just for the pass, just for the link up play, the way he has managed to win those midfield battles single handedly over the opposition. Yesterday we saw Messi going for those run. Rodri comes and stop Messi here, there, and there. So that is the quality Rodri have. So I think superb. He broke his own record of the most successful passes in a single edition of World Cup in this edition, which was set in the last edition by himself. So an excellent player, excellent leader. He has completed the football, has won the most valuable, individual award Ballon d'Or 2 years back, and also now the World Cup is done and dusted. Euro, UEFA Nations League, everything he has won. So the international football is complete. He has won the USL as well, league as well. So the football is complete. Rodri can take retirement if he wants, but he will not. Definitely not. But I think, as Rohan mentioned, I think now it's a big relief. I think for him, he can go. He can do the surgery. Let's see how much time he will take eventually to make a comeback for City, because for City also, they also will be looking to make a comeback into winning the league title this time around when it comes to the Premier League. And for that, you need a player like Rodri, who is fit and fine and available for all those 38 games. And not only in the Premier League, Chelsea City are now looking to do well in a consistent manner in the Champions League as well. There also you need a quality player of Rodri. So let's see how quickly he can make a comeback. But overall, when it comes to quality, I think excellent. Who would have thought, Rahul, that after having an ACL injury, you always talk whenever a player is having an ACL injury, it is quite horrific for him or for her, to make a comeback and to play this kind of quality football again. And somewhere we always thought that maybe Rodri will do. Rodri is a quality player, but not at that level. Maybe he will make a comeback. But the way he has overstepped, himself, the way he overstepped his own potential and performed so well in a World Cup as a leader, I think excellent to see, excellent player, no doubt.
True, I think he has been the heartbeat of Spain midfield throughout the World Cup, and as I already mentioned, one of the best midfielder of this generation. He's the silent, I would say, he's the silent hero of Spain campaign so far in Euro
The
as well.
only prediction Somikta got right this World Cup, that Rodri will
Yeah.
win the Golden
Will
Ball.
win the when I haven't expected that Rodri winning the Golden Boot without scoring a goal or assist. So just imagine his influence, his impact in the Spain campaign at this
Had
FIFA World
Argentina
Cup.
won the World Cup, this wouldn't have happened. So that also
Hmm.
that also mattered.
Lionel Messi would have won the World Cup, and Lionel Messi finishing without any individual awards. So feel for Lionel Messi the way he gave his all for Argentina at this World Cup, even
Great
at the age
campaign.
of 39. And coming to the award ceremony, it was Spain, sweeping almost everything. A young player of the tournament, then Golden Boot, then obviously the FIFA World Cup trophy itself.
Golden
FIFA
gloves
would have
as well. Unai
Golden
Simon
Glove.
won the Golden
as
gloves.
well. Unai Simon,
Golden boot to
Spain fans,
আমাদের
only
Mbappe.
one goal. Only
Boot
one
to
goal.
Mbappe bhai, নিয়ে নিয়েছে।
Only one goal throughout the whole month. I mean, FIFA would have held the award ceremony in Madrid as well if they wanted. But what about Lionel Messi? And what about we are all expecting that he might announce his retirement. But do you think he will end his career after playing in the next Copa America? And also, what next for Argentina without Lionel Messi at the World Cup?
I think Argentina do have a good set of young talents, but they need to try and think about strategies outside of Lionel Messi. Even if Messi plays the next Copa America, they should plan the campaign without someone like Messi. The entire campaign perhaps now seems like you do every hard work and get Messi into the scoring zone and pass it to him, or something. Wait for him to make the final pass to someone. So I think still about 60-70% of the game revolves around getting Messi into the game. I wouldn't say that the game revolves around Messi, but it revolves around getting Messi into the game for the final for the executions, right? Yes, towards the later stages of the World Cup, we have seen other players scoring, which is a great sign for the team going forward. But even if Messi plays the next Copa America, they should think about how to get the things done without Lionel Messi. Not without. I might sound like Messi have done all the work. I'm not saying that, but the strategy, consider Messi is not there in the team. He's just a bonus player who might just come on to the pitch after 60-70 minutes and play a few final minutes as a senior player and just enjoy the moments. It broke my heart seeing Messi crying like that. I don't know whether it was because of losing the final or because of leaving the game after 2 decades. What was going on his mind, but if it's because of losing the final, I think what more could you can a player do? Starting from 2005 under 20 World Cup, then 2007 Copa America runners up, 2014 World Cup runners up, 2015 2016 Copa runners up, and then coming back to win the 2021 Copa, 2022 Finalissima, the Qatar World Cup, 2024 Copa, and now again runners up. It was a glorious career for Lionel
Olympic as
Messi.
well.
Huh?
Olympic as well. There's Olympic medal as well.
Beijing Olympics gold medalist as well. The other players who were with Messi, Aguero, Di Maria, they all have retired for the national team. Aguero, it was a health issue for him. He could have played on for more. But people don't have such elongated careers, and he had such a elongated career. He, uh, I think, perhaps won everything that could have been won. For the next couple of months, maybe he'll take off, and then we will come to know about his decisions for the national team. Even if he plays the Copa America, I think the team should plan something around without Lionel Messi into the team, and bring the young talents who were sitting in the bench for most of the duration of the World Cup. I think they should try and think a future with them.
Absolutely. How will be life of Argentina fans without Lionel Messi in the next World Cup? One of the talking point, obviously. But let's see. It's really for every football fans that Messi is yet to announce his retirement. Hopefully, we'll see him for one last time in the next Copa America. But again, coming to Snehash's,
Where is the Copa next year?
sorry.
Where is the Copa next year?
I don't know. I will have to check. I will have to check. Will have to check. But Snesh is, I mean, the next FIFA World Cup is, again will be hosted by three nations, and Spain will be walking into that tournament as the defending champions. But before that, another funny banter's point is obviously Capdevila. Capdevila, he proved lucky for Spain. He was there in 2010 Spain national team, winning the World Cup, and now he took the hard route, to make it to US, through immigration and all. He had to wait for the visa, allowance from the US government, and then he somehow managed to make it to the FIFA World Cup final and proved lucky for Spain actually.
Absolutely. I think we got first. I think we when we got that news that he is being denied to get an entry in US. I think it was so heartbreaking to see. I think a World Cup winning player for Spain and the way he has played football. I think it was quite heartbreaking to see the way he was getting that treatment. But it's so good to see finally he made that, and now Spain being the champions again. I think he witnessed the history. So deserving. But not only him, I think when we were in the live stream, we were talking about so many players from the 2010 Spain winning team were there, and still the passion is there. You can see the visuals when the goal happened. Be it Jesus Navas, be it Iniesta, be it Puyol, all were so happy and so energetic. Sergio Ramos were there. Casillas, as usual, nonchalant, very silent, very cool and composed as usual. But overall, I think they are also celebrating, and why not? They showed the world for the first time the Spain can be that dominating factor. 2008, 2010, and 2012 as well. It was the 2013 Confederation Cup where they played brilliantly. It was a final where Brazil overtook them, and then we saw a little bit of deep in form from Spain. From the 2013 Confederation final, that final. So after 13 long years, Spain have made a comeback. Spain are back, I think, where they belong, you might say. And for them to see that happening again with a new bunch of players and the way they have managed to play, I think they must be very, very proud. So good to see the former players are also enjoying the success of a new batch. I think that is all you need to have a successful branch, to have a successful batch going on for a nation to do well and to have that continuous success. You need to have that good bonding between former players and current batch of players. I think the bond was very clear yesterday, and hopefully that might grow with the time goes, because that eventually can help Spain to be more successful, to be more consistent in the world stage.
Credit goes to their head coach De La Fuente as well, who faced enough criticism, after his appointment as the Spain national team head coach. But the way he guided Spain, from that struggling years to the FIFA World Cup crown, he deserves enough appreciation for sure. But this is one photo that Rohanda manifested, I think, 1.5 years ago. Rohanda, your word on this photo.
When I said that, I think it was one of our lives only when I mentioned that it will be Argentina Spain final, and Messi will pass on the baton to Lamine Yamal. I did not know that it would have happened.
You could have written the piece then only, before one and a
Yeah,
half
yeah,
years.
yeah. I could have
By
written the
now,
article.
by today morning, you have been gone viral, full viral.
Yeah. But when it really happened, Argentina in final, when the match was said that it would be an Argentina versus Spain final, the fan inside me rooted for Argentina, But yes, there's also a soft corner for Spain as well. Have been following the team since 2010, core Barcelona team. I'm a huge Barcelona fan, as you all know, and that's then also the in 2010 the Spanish side had so many Barcelona players, and this time also so many Barcelona players, and the future for the club looks bright. and Lamine Yamal would be the next big thing if he can maintain the discipline and all, because it's not only about talent. We have seen so many talented players over the years, but not many players would have gone till so deep like Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. Discipline and hard work also matters. So I think these youngsters, of course, players like Kubarsi, players like Yamal and all, they will maintain the discipline and go on till the last. And maybe we can talk about them for the next four World Cups to come. But yes, it's hard to see Lionel Messi in tears, and it shows that how much passionate that man is. Even after winning so much for the team, when the fans are celebrating him, fans are rooting for him, and that man was in tears. So it's a bit saddening to see Messi in tears. But I think it was also something that he now realizes that the career is about to end. He will now perhaps hang up his boots, play a few 1 or 2 seasons with club Inter Miami. Might just push him for the next Copa as a substitute player coming onto the pitch in the 70th minute and announcing his retirement like that. And if that happens, and if they will also push for that trophy, so Messi would want to end on a high and win something to retire, right? So I think he will push himself for that trophy to come. But this picture gives a lot of hope for the upcoming days in world football. Lamine Yamal is a brilliant prospect, and we perhaps getting my fingers crossed that we'll see something of a legacy. I won't compare it with Messi right now, but we'll see a new legacy being born from right now, from yesterday.
Absolutely. I mean, most of the head coaches, most of the football pundits and experts have admitted that Ramil Lamal is going to rule the football world, over next few years. And already, I think winning a World Cup in 19 year age, it's a massive statement from Lamil Yamal. And also, he has won the
He
Euro as
won
well 2 years.
he won the Euro when he was 17,
Yes,
and now winning the
exactly.
World Cup in 19.
So
So,
UEFA Nations League, everything. World Cup is done.
Everything.
but
You might
that
not
is
see that
also
much
a
impact.
concerning thing. But that is also a concerning thing that he might think towards the later stages of the career that I have
Exactly
won
the hunger
everything.
to
The
maintain
hunger
that
might
hunger.
the hunger might come down, right? Messi had that hunger. Ki, I have not won anything for Argentina till
Exactly.
about
Yeah.
2019, 2020, 2020, right? So that hunger, Messi's card for his national team, after being considered as an international flop till about 2018 and then coming back like that, it will be a great documentary for any Hollywood director and producer, if they want to take it up. It will be a great inspirational story. But Lamine Yamal have won everything before he turned 20. It's crazy.
Now only
Absolutely. And the
UCL and
next
Ballon d'Or.
generation,
Yeah.
in the next few decades, I think we'll have to discuss about Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland, and Lamine Yamal only,
Yeah.
because now this Messi Ronaldo rivalry is over with this FIFA World Cup. So the next generation have already embarked, and I think obviously Lamine Yamal might be one of the best bet to give tough fight to Kylian Mbappe as well. In the most number of goals in the World Cup, because Kylian Mbappe who has outscored Lionel Messi, scoring the most number of goals at this FIFA World Cup. So, Najida, when coming to decide the best game of this World Cup so far, would you agree that the best game was not the final, but the third place match between England
No,
and
it was
France?
bogus. It was.
Yes, I think in terms of scoring goals, it was 10 goals in a match. Oh my God. Especially England scoring 4 goals in the first half only. I think France were not in the complete mood of playing that game. I think they are already in France mentally. They are not in US, what it seems in the first half. But the second half was good from there. I think Didier this time might have told guys, last match for me, please show that we can play football. So I think they again got their mojo back, played so well, 3 goals scored, but eventually it was Saka's hat trick, and Arsenal fans again started the Saka is better than Lionel Messi. But jokes apart, so yeah, I think that in terms of scoring goals, I think
I think
it was a
I think jokingly only, but I think it was a match where both the teams had a discussion. Ki bhai, it's done for both of us. Let's go for
yes.
individual trophies and score as many goals as possible.
Absolutely, because Kylian Mbappe was clearly in the mood because obviously he had that eye on that prize, that two more goals or maybe how many, because we were looking for that golden boot and eventually he was winning that. So I think from individual perspective, it's been a very successful campaign, successful
He's
season.
also he's also one of the contender for the Ballon d'Or. I mean, most number of goals in
Yes,
La Liga, UCL, and now in World Cup as well.
yes. But see, I think not winning the World Cup might affect him. I think in that sense, maybe
Rodri.
again, Yamal, maybe yes, UCL is the problem for Rodri also. It's very difficult. So let's see who will get the final nod, because initially it was thinking like maybe someone like Olise, someone like maybe Harry Kane if England made to the final, because Harry Kane had a fantastic season. I think more than 72 goals
Yes.
in a season,
Yes.
club and country. He was phenomenal throughout the season. But let's see who will get that. But overall, I think from individual perspective, it was a great season for Mbappe. I think it's high time for Mbappe to do well for Real Madrid. As a unit, Real Madrid need to make a comeback. The next season is very, very crucial for them. You know, so let's see how he does.
Absolutely. So that's it for now, and our FIFA World Cup coverage ends here. But Indian football coverage will go on. Of course, once the European football starts, we'll keep doing such shows and keep bringing stories from the European football as well for you guys. So stay tuned to Rep Sports for more such shows and content. That's it for now. Thanks to our panelists and to all of our viewers, and thanks for watching. See you in our next show.